One of the most common questions I get is about sleep disruptions in our kids. Well, of course, if you think about the children's history, it's very common for our children to be fearful at night. Now, all kids are fearful at night, and all children have sleep disruptions. But for our children, what's driving those sleep disruptions is far deeper and far more intense. I ask parents to be absolutely purposeful about sleep and how you solve sleep issues. Many children have been harmed in the night, so being alone at night is fearful. Many of our children who've come from international orphanages have been locked in rooms with 30 or 40 children at night. Matter of fact, those children are unusually afraid of rain because they were in storms alone at night with no adult to comfort, only the other children locked in the same room. Some of our children have had life experiences that just cause them to be on chronic hypervigilance. Some of our children have physical issues where they have like low blood sugar. We ask parents when they address sleep issues to think body, soul, spirit. So in terms of the body, if your child gets really dehydrated during the day, if they're not having enough water, and the simple test for that is their urine clear and odorless. If they're dehydrated during the day, they won't rest as well at night. That is a really simple thing to solve. If you just note the color of the child's urine, you can tell. And I understand some moms and dads, after days, months, even years of waking up at night with their children, might become desperate about how they solve the sleep disruption. There are models, and models that are even called Christian models, about solving sleep problems that are quite rigid, that are quite dominating. Remember the heart of God when you solve any issue with your child. The heart of God, He draws us to Himself. He gives us cause to trust that He will always meet our need. A model, especially a Christian model, that does not teach trust, I want to explore very carefully before I use that. A model that drives a child away from me when he needs me, I want to really explore if that's the heart of God. A model that's punitive with a child or harsh with a child over some behavior that is driven by pure terror that is so deeply embedded in them, they are not even aware of what's driving them anymore. I definitely want to explore that model. The God that I know, the God that I love, the God that I serve is a God of deep love and compassion. He is a God in whom I can always trust. He doesn't keep me guessing what I'm going to do next or what He's going to do next. I always know my God is going to be there. I always know I can lean on Him. And I always know I can cry out and He will answer me. My God celebrates my dependence on Him, my need for Him, my adoration and love for Him. And we want our children to come to us and hear us say, I am so glad you told me what you needed. Let's work that out. Many of our children, though, it's far more than just a physical issue. Many of our children, it's an emotional issue. And for the child who's been harmed in the night or has been harmed in the day and is afraid at night, we have to be purposefully, consummately attentive to build trust with that child that we're going to take care of them, we're going to protect them. They can always come to us. Now, there's lots of ways to solve that. I've heard wonderful creative solutions. I've had dads who will say, my child helps me lock the doors every night. And he actually sets the alarm and he actually turns the bolt. I've had moms who'll say, I've bought a special bedroll. I took my little girl to the store and I let her choose a bedroll. And any night that she's afraid, she knows she can come to our room and lie in bed with me and let me snuggle and her daddy snuggle for 15 minutes and then lay beside me on her pallet with that special bedroll that's always rolled up there for her. And I'll hold her hand till she falls back asleep. We had another couple tell us that their child was afraid at night, and so they bought a baby monitor, and they left it in his room. And he would call out at night Well, he tested it several nights to see if they came, but they came. And they came immediately, and they came swiftly. Remember, in the beginning, the children will test if you're really going to protect them, if you're really going to be there for them. But that child, within a few nights, began to sleep soundly. He has a need, but now he has a way to meet that need. And it is leaning on his parents and knowing that he can trust them to help him work that problem out that lets that child sleep soundly. When our children are afraid, celebrate the fact that they come to you. Don't send them away. I'll have parents say, you know, I tell him, you can't be very afraid. You came all the way across this dark house in the night to get to my bed. You can't be too afraid. And I want to weep because that child trusted you to come to you in the middle of the night, and he went through his fears to come to you. Celebrate that need, son. I am so glad you told me what you need. I'm going to help you meet that need. You help me solve this problem. What do you need? Is it a bedroll? Is it a night monitor? Is it knowing you can always come sleep here on a pallet in our room? Is it locking the doors? There are dozens, hundreds, thousands of creative ways to solve sleep disruption while earning the trust of your child.